Why are we here on this planet? Is there a god? Who is the deadliest warrior? All questions of undeniably equal importance, but only one TV network had the balls to answer the most crucial of them, and that's Spike TV, with their hit but possibly not profitable show, Deadliest Warrior. Here on the channel, we are no stranger to the show. I've covered it roughly 70 times, give or take, and today we are doing it again. If you don't know, essentially a group of experts with various backgrounds pin two warriors each episode up against each other, testing their various weapons and running those results through a state-of-the-art computer system to determine who is deadliest. Our hosts being a biomedical engineer, a doctor, and a computer whiz who will be joined by experts repping the respective warriors. Last video I did on this show not too long ago was probably one of the most frustrating episodes for reasons.
Capone's pineapple grenade versus Jesse James' Winchester rifle.
Yeah! For long-range weapons, the edge goes to the James gang.
Yeah, not one of their best weapon matchups. But today we're going to be looking at what I think is going to be an even worse case of that in Season 1, Episode 4, The Pirate versus the Knight. Can you guess which one of them has a gun? Because it's not both of them.
I've had to customize this program a little bit for Pirate vs. Knight because we're dealing with the advent of black powder weapons. Guns are really going to be a game changer here.
And yeah, this is the first episode they've used guns. I forgot that it was a few episodes before they did so. But for the first episode they ever decided to introduce them, they chose two guys where one of them does not have a gun. They had one job.
In a true-to-life fight to the death between a knight and a pirate.
As usual, one of my favorite things about doing shows from 10 to 15 years ago is how much they can be time capsules, because nothing says 2010s like layering t-shirts.
Pirates are trained warriors and soldiers. The knight's gonna be slow, and his weapons are completely outdated.
Do you think that these experts get homework the night before about the opposing warrior in similar ways that the wives on Wife Swap get house rules from the previous wife?
We have no electricity. No electricity.
I think the pirate is going to take this battle all the way. He's better equipped, better armed, and a lot more savage.
The knight has armor, and he's got far superior short-range weapons. I think the knight's gonna win.
And of course, our hosts are split. Our experts are not and will never be friends. I'm pumped. Let's test some weapons and blow some money on some gel dummies.
The Morning Star. A heavy ball of brutality swung by a chain for maximum impact.
This is called the Morning Star. This is a no-joke, no-hold.
Now, I don't know if I've ever pointed this out before, who's to say at this point, but are these guys weapons experts too, or just historical experts? Because they are swinging around some serious shit. I would hope they are trained.
Yeah! Oh, nice. Emptied his brain.
Oh, wow, where is it?
I cannot wait to hear what the doctor has to say about this.
So the Morning Star, I think, should actually be called the Good Night Star. We just saw it crush a skull, get into the brain, which means that warrior is dead.
All right, well, that's that. That's settled, in case you were on the fence about that.
I'd love to see a pirate on the business end of this stick.
I'd like to see a pirate on the other end of this thing. More specifically, I'd like to see fucking Randy on the other side of this thing. What the fuck did I do?
Hey, guys.
Wow. Yeah. You ready for this?
Oh my god, look, it's all gone. Hey guys! Yeah? Come look at it. Why are you guys so far away? Come over here, come look at this. Guys, as you can probably imagine, I am glued to my screen all the time, whether it be watching these shows or the rest of the time I'm conscious when I'm staring at my phone. And that is not doing any favors for my eyes, but luckily the sponsor of today's video, Warby Parker, is here to help. Warby Parker isn't just your one-stop shop for nice-looking, quality eyewear, but they also make it super easy and affordable to do so. Whether you're looking for prescription glasses, sunglasses, or even blue light lenses, they've got you covered, and they have glasses starting at just $95. Wow. They make it super easy to find the right pair for you from the comfort of your own home with their virtual try-on tool. Now, I've been needing some sunglasses especially, so I went with this pair of Heelys in polished silver. Why? Because they look good, and of course they're made out of high quality materials, which I appreciate. Now maybe you prefer to still go in person. Well, they've got over 250 locations across the US and Canada where you can try on frames and get your eyes checked all in one place. So if you're in the market for new prescription frames or sunglasses, head on over to Warby Parker in your browser or an app and check out their virtual try-on tool. And if you grab 2 or more prescription pairs, you can save 15%. So I hope you guys check them out. I want to thank Warby Parker for sponsoring, and now back to the video.
He's just a bag of blood and skin.
Pirate sissies, check this out.
How long do you think he had that one ready to go? Do you think he rehearsed that the night before in his hotel room?
That's cool.
I mean, you know, you guys were hitting at half a man who wasn't moving.
Do you have any armor to protect against this?
And so it begins, where every episode their bickering is literally just kids in the lunchroom fighting over hypotheticals. That's all this show really is. They are just those kids with a budget. They're just like, yeah, no shit, he wasn't moving. You know what, you want to go outside, put your eye patch on, you can fucking try me.
A knight isn't going to sit there and let you run away, which I know is in a pirate's fashion.
Also, I love how they get offended on behalf of the warrior when shit-talking starts, as if attacking a pirate's honor is a direct insult on him.
He's not supposed to square off on you. He's supposed to scare you. He comes out of nowhere and he puts your brains on the floor when you're not looking. That's the whole point of the knight's mission.
Damn, even Max is kind of like, alright guys, it's okay, this is just the first test. To kind of build on the lunchroom argument stuff, I think what makes this show great is the fact that most of it just feels like that is Fortnite overrated meme.
Our experts review the test results for the simulation program.
Anything inside the radius of that morning star is a kill shot.
It's a lethal blow no matter what happens. Even the knight himself, I think, is in peril.
They make such a big stink out of how potentially dangerous this weapon can be for the person wielding it accidentally hurting themselves. I wonder if out of 1,000 simulations they run, is there like a couple of them that account for the knight just wailing himself in the shin with it like... Fuck! Also guys, I know this would have been a perfect episode to bust out the coif, and I would if I knew where it was. I don't. It's in a box in my garage somewhere. I'm sorry.
The pirates ready their response.
There's a reason the knight is no longer around and the pirate still is.
Okay, I think we have a very different pirate situation nowadays than we did back in the Blackbeard days. This matchup isn't medieval knight versus some guy on a boat trying to board a cargo ship with your Temu packages on it.
This matchup is so cool because these warriors have never met in history before this show.
Now, you guys may have noticed, but my videos on this show have shifted since I first covered it almost 3 years ago. I used to be a little bit more critical of the show, and I still am to an extent, but I feel like now it's more so just making fun and having some laughs. Because at the end of the day, if Spike TV came, if it were still around, if they came to me and they were like, hey, do you want to be a host on Deadliest Warrior? I would not say no. I would say yes, and I would quit these videos today. This looks like so much fun. I don't know, I may have made that point sometime in one of my last videos about this show. Who knows? No way to find out.
Our pirates and knights disagree about what will happen when Granado meets plate armor.
Yeah, what's fucking new?
The halberd, a slashing, thrusting, hooking poleaxe.
This was one of the most deadly weapons ever seen on the battlefield.
Now, something we always see on this show is at least one of the warrior experts they bring on, when they get a hold of a weapon in front of a gel dummy, something inside wakes up that shouldn't. They've been waiting for this moment their whole lives, and they didn't even know it.
Proof is in the pudding.
Okay, but what does the doctor think?
That warrior is dead.
We've loaded this blunderbuss with BB-sized grape shot.
Fire in the hole!
Ammo that could mean multiple wounds.
Guys, I still can't get over how one of these guys just has a gun. Also, keeping with recent tradition, Jeff's pimp-ass shirt. He wins the pimp-ass shirt for this video.
I'm giving the edge to the pirate based on the blunderbuss.
There's no way around it. Blunderbuss all the way.
In mid-range weapons, the pirate gets the edge for the blunderbuss.
And in a shocking turn of events, the gun beats the axe. If you weren't sure going into this one if the gun would beat the axe, it did. I still think this isn't as bad of a weapon matchup as the one from the last video with the rifle versus the hand grenade. That was...
In a showdown between a knight and a pirate, a big question is whether the pirate's gun will stop the battle before it even starts.
I will never get tired of David Wenham narrating this, especially because he really gets into it. He's not just doing this for a check.
Fire in the hole!
You know, I noticed they kind of just throw the experts around everywhere, even for opinions that they are not assigned to given their expertise.
I mean, just a matter of how many times that's misfired.
They'll have parts where they're assessing the damage of a gel dummy and seeing what this would do to a body, and the doctor is nowhere to be found. Like, he's off for the day. And then there are others when the doctor is talking about the effective range of a shotgun. And anytime Max weighs in on anything that isn't a computer, he'll be like, I think the blunderbuss has got this one, and Jeff is like, no, I do not care. Get back to your desk.
The broadsword, a double-edged steel blade designed to bash armor and break bones.
It weighs a great deal, and it is a hacking weapon. It will break your bone.
The pirate will cross swords with his own legendary blade, the cutlass. This deviously curved sword is designed to slash in tight spaces.
Deviously curved is crazy.
To settle the dispute, a new target for both swords to take a swing at.
He's gonna come flying down from the rafters at you. So you're gonna thrust or cut this as it comes flying down at you.
3, 2, 1, lock it!
Watch this guy have no coordination, and the swinging pig just clocks him and gives him a concussion.
Lock it!
See right there, you cannot tell me they're not having a fucking blast. They just had a fun-ass job for like 3 years. Do you think Jeff liked being a biomedical engineer? No, I think he loved being a host for Deadliest Warrior, though. Max, on the other hand, while he probably enjoyed being here for these tests, he probably didn't like being the only one having to stay late doing data entry.
You know, I think you're still underrating the flintlock pistol.
There's so many clips in this episode where those weapon testers are just constantly sword fighting or training in the background. They must be tuckered the fuck out by the end of this.
Congratulations, guys. When it comes to swords, both of the swords wasted a pig.
It's 50-50 at this point for me.
Short-range weapons, both swords are equally lethal.
Damn, that might be the first draw we've seen between two weapons. I could be wrong. I've covered the show 1,000 times. I often am wrong.
You can get through something like that?
Let's see how good my can opener works.
The pirates are so confident.
It just cuts to Max like, why do I have to wear it?
He has really limited vision. I mean, just moving a slight way out of this area, I could take him from the side.
Damn, I think this guy thinks they're gonna be the ones fighting. I don't think he knows that there's going to be a computer simulation.
Go!
Nice.
In a test of short-range offense versus defense, the knight's armor gets the edge.
So now, after testing a bunch of weapons as well as each other's patience, it's finally time to tally up the results, run the simulation, hire a bunch of actors to play it out, and find out who is deadliest, the pirate or the knight. Who knows if it's going to be the one with the gun or not.
It's time to determine who is the deadliest warrior.
And by now, you guys know how this goes. It's just a cinematic fight that would normally be quite boring, unless, of course, you had a stake in the matter and really wanted one to win over the other, just like my friend and I did in middle school. I don't remember which one wins this one. I just know that whichever one I picked was the one that lost. It was a rough 3-year patch of my life betting on this show. Now, I normally don't focus on things that happen in these, but I do want to point out that the Morning Star, remember the thing that did this earlier?
Yeah!
Well, it hits the pirate in the head 2 fucking times, and the pirate's just like, oh, ow. Also, honorable mention, pocket sand. And thank God the pirate wins. Not that I have any allegiance to pirates, but man, he's got a fucking gun. He's got a few guns. Like 3 at least. I will say a much better conclusion than the last episode. You know, the one where the Wild West bank robber beat the guy with a Tommy gun? That was frustrating. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. As always, if you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to check out the Chris James merch on my shop tab here on YouTube or at chrisjames.shop. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.